What is up, YouTube? Teck Titan back here. Today I'm going to be doing a video for you guys of the 1650 graphics card. Is it still good in 2021? Let's find out. Jumping right into the benchmark of the card, the 1650 scores a 43rd percentile of the graphics cards that are currently on the market. I believe it's ranked around 63 of 658 on best graphics cards to buy as of user benchmark. So the test I just ran, as you're seeing the different images pop up, different pictures, different graphics, what this is doing is it's pretty much putting a stress test on the device to see its performance rating. And so the 1650 passes in the 48th percentile of how well the graphics cards should be performing. As you can see here, it does say that it performs well with gaming, but is going to have a hard time with a resolution higher than 1080p. And then we have the gaming. As you guys can see, I'm playing Call of Duty with no issues whatsoever. Like, the FPS is good. Like, the quality's not great, but it's definitely there. And for the FPS of this card, having this kind of a gaming performance, I think is great. I'm giving this the graphics card might be a good start for beginners, but you're also going to want to make sure that you have a good processor as well as some good DDR4 RAM. I don't think DDR3 cuts it in today's day and age of gaming. I know that when I jumped from the motherboard I currently had and I swapped that motherboard and I got the DDR4 16 instead of the 8 in DDR3, my gaming performance had went up substantially, and this is all with the same card. So I do believe that in addition to having this new graphics card, this 1650 graphics card, it's also going to be important that you have yourself a good processor and a good amount of RAM and DDR4. As you guys can see here, I am able to actually edit 4K video. Keep in mind this is on a 1080p monitor, but I'm actually able to edit the 4K video. Now, I do have some lag and some playback issues with the rendering aspect of the editing process. However, my computer is actually capable of editing. Now, it may be slow and it may be laggy, but it does work. So I do think that that is important. If you are considering editing 4K video, this might not be the card for you just because of the lagginess. My thoughts on the card are, so I've had this card for a little over a month now. And the first thing I noticed about the card is, while it handles some tasks very well, other tasks it underperforms quite a bit. You definitely can run some good games with the card, and it's definitely playable. I do think that this card is a fantastic card if you're starting out getting into the PC gaming world, but for more intermediate gamers, I don't think this would be quite a good fit. The other thing you should know is, with this card, you won't be able to run a 4K display. It would be way too laggy. However, you still can do 1080, 60 FPS, no problem. So I definitely think this card is a buy. You have a really good price range for it. Very cheap and expensive card at $159.99. And then on top of that, you have a moderate to average performance with gaming. So you're going to be able to play some games on 1080p with well over 60 FPS and edit 4K footage like you guys can see me doing here with some struggle, but it is manageable on a 1080 monitor. So I definitely think that this card is a buy if you're a beginner or intermediate gamer who's using a 1080 by 60 Hertz monitor. But if you are going to be going with a higher monitor and your goal is to 4K game and have the best display, then I think that you guys should look at some of the higher, more performance-wise cards, higher gigabyte as well. For me, I've been able to edit 4K video, play games, as well as do basic day-to-day functions with this card. So I do think it definitely is a buy. However, it can get very laggy with editing the 4K video, and I can't run a 4K display while editing the 4K video either. So I'm editing 4K video on a 1080 by 60 FPS monitor at no problem at all. But if you guys are wanting a little bit of a jump from the 1650, then I would definitely go a little higher up and get a bit of a bigger budget. Alright guys, thanks again for checking out my channel. Thanks again for coming. We are releasing a new video every single 2 days for the next 2 weeks. And if you guys do need help on building a gaming PC, I actually have a video link down below on how to build a gaming PC from start to finish. And if you guys like that, remember, give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell, don't miss any of our new content. See